What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Dion Phaneuf deal that sent the now former Leafs captain to Ottawa in exchange for, it's part of a 9-player trade. Going to do it a little bit differently today. We're going to go player by player through the trade with Phaneuf at the end, so going to be a little bit out of order. Tough shit if you don't like it. Going to Ottawa, Matt Fratton, in addition to Phaneuf, Matt Fratton, Casey Bailey, Ryan Rupert, and Cody Donaghy. Donaghy's a Q player right now. He's playing for Moncton alongside Southeast Zone Cam Askew. I guess a B-list prospect, probably the best way to describe him. For the other three, Matt Fratton, we know what he is. He's not a huge factor. Casey Bailey, a guy I'm kind of high on, was kind of high on. His birthday is the day before mine. He's October 27th, 1991. I'm October 28th, 1991, so small world. Anchorage, Alaska native. I don't know why I thought that was cool. I think he could potentially, be something, but keep an eye on, on that and what it means for his development. I mean, he's a 24, almost 25-year-old prospect, not exactly a game-breaking, type player. And Ryan Rupert in the East Coast League, again, not a huge thing to really monitor. He was good London. He had a good career with London Knights, as I started like an idiot, but not exactly a ton of success in the professional ranks. So that's that for the package going to Ottawa. Going to Toronto, Jared Cowan, I realized a couple weeks ago, looked up his numbers on HockeyDB. Looks like he's wearing a man bun these days. Dude, clean that up. Seriously. But, there's the thing going around that if you buy him out, he's actually for less. You can buy him out for less than his cap. There's some bullshit because he's under 25. I was high on Cowan in 2009, and that's clearly why I'm not an NHL GM. The offense has never translated. It just had issues with turnovers, and I think it was kind of thrown under the bus a little bit in Ottawa. But he got to deliver, and he, in the eyes of the Senators, wasn't doing that prior to the trade, and now that he's in Toronto, see what happens. Colin Greening, much like Fratton, guy that's been up for a while, been playing in the AHL, not a huge factor. Milan Michalek, very good player. I think Mackenzie tweeted could be traded again as the Leafs continue their massive rebuilding effort. The most intriguing player in the deal in going back to Toronto is Tobias Lindbergh, Senators prospect. I saw the tweet. He's third in the AHL in points per game among 20-year-old players. So that's he's got some potential there. This could be a good deal potentially for both sides. As I think right now, outside of Phaneuf, who we'll get to in a second, Lindbergh's probably the best player in the trade, in my eyes. So Toronto also gets a second-round pick back, not too bad. Now for Phaneuf, what does this mean for him? I think he's going to see a little bit of a renaissance in Ottawa. He's not the de facto number one defenseman, and I think he gets to slide in there. Possibly Cody Ceci, but Erik Karlsson does all the power play stuff, and he's their number one guy. So Phaneuf being a clear cut number 2, number 3, I think will work wonders for his game. Alleviate some of the pressure on him and allow him to to showcase what he's good at, which it's been a while since we've seen him at his best, to be honest. And I think he handled the whole situation in Toronto with class. I mean, obviously he wasn't the kind of player he wanted to be out there, but he showed so many flashes of brilliance early in his career with Calgary that you would have thought he was going to be Scott Stevens, Brad Park type Hall of Fame defenseman. And the Leafs kind of viewed him as the Renaissance project that they gave their C to. But I think in Ottawa he's going to be free of the not that it's not a tough place to play, Ottawa, but Toronto's it's a tough market. The fans are tough. The media can go overboard consistently. So I think that's going to work wonders for his game, and we'll see him. I don't think we'll ever see him be that player he was in his first few years in the league, but I think we'll see him at his best with a different role in Canada's capital. It also opens up some cap room for the Leafs, and Is there an Ontario native that's a 60-goal scorer that's a free agent this summer? Could that be who they're? I mean, I'm just saying. Just kind of throwing that out there. But, definitely does kind of sort of affect their Steven Stamkos, bid. Because you think about it, this time last year they had Phil Kessel, David Clarkson, and Phaneuf. All three with big contracts. All three kind of blocking a potential, not blocking. You catch my drift with landing Stamkos, and they're all gone now. So balls in Stammer's court, or the puck's in his end. But again, at the end of the day, I think he stays in Tampa. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's like sort of the power play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.